Good morning, everybody. We are Fly Plugins, and we are doing our monthly office hours where we answer questions about our plugin lineup, which is WP Courseware, S3 Media Maestro, and Churnly, as well as answer questions that you have about WordPress.
I thought we were talking about lunch.
Yes. Where are we going to lunch?
All right.
Yeah. So we have questions from our website, right, Ben?
Yes. We've got.
And also you can fire them off to us if you're on Zoom or YouTube. Is that correct?
Yes, so you can hit us live on YouTube. I actually posted a link on Twitter as well as on our Facebook page directly to the YouTube live stream. So you can tune in directly onto our live stream on YouTube.
Awesome. Yes, so we had quite a few submissions over the past month, but you can always submit your question at flyplugins.com/office hours. And quite a few of you have since we last talked.
Mm-hmm. And looks like we have quite a few people on chat as well. So I want to say hi to you guys as well. And
yeah,
if you guys have questions, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. You can let us know on the chat window here for the webinar, or if you're on YouTube Live, you can ask questions there as well. I've also got a window open for Facebook here as well. So if you have questions, you can post them there, and we'll do our best to get to every single one of them.
Great. Well, should we dive right in then?
Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to pull up Trello.
Okay.
Here. Now, today is May 25th. So should we just address the elephant in the room first?
Yes. Okay. So we're going to talk about the dirty G word here.
The four-letter word.
Yeah. So I'm sure you guys have received about, 35 million emails this week regarding privacy policy and GDPR. So just to quickly go over this, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because you guys are probably tired of hearing about it. But this past week, Corey actually got on his computer and he cranked out some code, and within a couple days, we actually made WP Courseware GDPR compliant. So we are fully compliant, and I actually created a YouTube video. If you go over to our YouTube channel, I've got a full-on video on GDPR and what we have done with WP Courseware to ensure the privacy of your users that are coming in from the EU. So GDPR it goes into effect today, the 25th. And so we have also updated our terms, conditions, and privacy policy on our website. So if you guys have any questions about how we are handling your privacy, feel free to just navigate to our website, flyplugins.com, go all the way down to the footer, and you'll see a link down at the bottom for privacy policy.
Right. Yes, so basically with WP Courseware, you can now address requests to export personal data or erase personal data, right?
Correct. Actually, and with WP Courseware, what we did is we actually opted to anonymize the data opposed to deleting it. And the reason for that, the personal data that we collect is related to payments and orders. And so we didn't want to delete the payment records per se, but we did anonymize the personal data that's tied to it. So name, last name, address, that sort of thing gets anonymized. And basically what we do is we just fill in the data with just the word deleted. And so the name shows up as deleted, last name deleted, address deleted, and so forth. So we can anonymize data with WP Courseware, and then you can export it as well, as Nate said.
Awesome. Yes, so that has addressed a lot of concerns from the last few weeks.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, I have a question via email from a potential customer who wonders if he needs a membership plugin, if a membership plugin is necessary with WP Courseware.
Yeah, this is a question that we've been getting pretty frequent in recent days. So WP Courseware 4.3 that was just released a couple weeks ago included a native shopping cart as well as a couple of payment gateways. Now, that said, we took into consideration that some of our customers may already be selling courses with a membership plugin or an e-commerce plugin. So we wrote some logic into the way WP Courseware gets set up so that we don't, so that it's not so intrusive. And basically what happens when WP Courseware is activated on a fresh website is there's a series of pages that get created for the checkout, for the student account page, and so forth. And so if you already have a membership plugin or e-commerce plugin that we've identified, we don't automatically generate those pages. But if you don't have one that we've identified, those pages automatically get generated. Now, that said, do you need a membership plugin or can you just use WP Courseware? It all depends on what you're trying to do. If all you are doing is selling courses and that's it, WP Courseware is perfect. That's all you need. But if you're going to be selling other digital assets, maybe an ebook, maybe you're hiding posts behind a membership wall or things like that, then you're probably going to want a separate solution for that because WP Courseware will only sell courses.
Right. Great. Thank you. I'm going to stick with this theme because I have a couple more here related to membership plugins. Let's see. This is one I think we talked about not too long ago, guys, but Amanda wants to know if we will be updating the paid membership pro integration.
Yeah, so this is a question that we get pretty frequent. We've got several integrations that you can find on WordPress.org. And some of those plugins will display that, they haven't been updated in like a year or two.
Right.
And
since they were made.
Right. And it's not that we're not actively maintaining them. It's just that they don't require maintenance. Now, I could be doing a better job at updating the READMEs, which would, update data like, are we compatible with the current version of WordPress and things like that. Honestly, I could be doing a better job at that. But I can assure you that all of those plugins do work. We actively keep track and we do support them. So if you do have issues with any of those integrations, please let us know because we want to fix those. But like I said, they don't require a lot of maintenance, so we don't really have anything to update on them.
Yeah. And Ken on chat, he asked, should I assume you recognize S2 member as well? And yes, we do recognize S2 member. And so if you have that activated and installed, we don't automatically install the pages that go along with the cart and checkout. So our stuff will technically be disabled. Now, going along with Ben and the add-ons, I mean, yes, eventually we'll get to updating them. But for now, they all work, and they all work with the current release that we put out. So don't have to worry about too much about those integrations.
Great. So we just got a comment here I just noticed from Kat, and I just wanted to point this out. She says she's moving back to WP Courseware from Thinkific, and so I wanted to say thank you, Kat. And that's actually really cool that you said that because our next update that's going to be coming out soon is going to be really very attractive for WP Courseware users. And so I'm glad you're coming back. You're going to really enjoy the next update.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. Oh, and Amanda also said, Amanda is on with us, and she mentioned that the reason she brought that up is because it was flagged by WordFence as abandoned.
Okay, and yeah, so it's funny, WordFence, and then there's also a funny thing going on with, I don't remember if it's WordFence or another security plugin, but it identifies that S3 Media Maestro has malware, and so we're using, or is it WP Courseware? Now I don't remember. I think it is S3 Media Maestro. We are using the AWS SDK within S3 Media Maestro, and for some reason, something in that SDK triggers out as malware. I can assure you we do not put malware into any of our plugins.
Not at all.
And for whatever reason it gets identified as malware, I don't know. If there's a way to whitelist S3 Media Maestro or that particular file, then I just recommend whitelisting it.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thanks, guys. Okay, one more, looks like, yeah, one more membership question for you guys. We actually have a customer who is hoping to develop his own membership plugin, and he's hoping to find out how to integrate with WP Courseware. In Corey, I know we've updated some of the developer docs and things like that.
Sorry, could you repeat the question? Okay.
We have a WP Courseware customer who's hoping to integrate with it. He's hoping to make his own membership plugin and integrate with WP Courseware. So he's just curious about where he could find, how he could find out how to get started with that integration.
Yeah, so we've added lots of hooks, and that includes actions and filters, WordPress actions and filters to WP Courseware. Now, we're still in the process of documenting them. However, inside the plugin, if you open up the plugin in a code editor and you search for add action or do action or apply filters, you can find all the hooks that are available inside WP Courseware. And we've tried to document them in line with code documentation inside the plugin. But as far as making your own membership plugin off of WP Courseware, you definitely can probably do anything. Whether or not it's recommended, I'm not sure. But yeah, just for now, I mean, we're working on the documentation, and hopefully we'll have that out soon, at least developer documentation. But for now, you can just open up the plugin, search for do action or apply filters, and you should be able to see all the hooks that are available.
Yeah, and another suggestion that I would have or recommend is go on to WordPress.org and download some of our other integrations, because most of those integrations that we have for membership plugins, they're pretty much cut from the same template. So I would just kind of study how those work, and you'll get a pretty good idea of what you need to do to get that integration going.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, that's true. Most of them are pretty similar, right?
Yeah, they were almost kind of boilerplated. I mean, yeah. The only difference in them are the action hooks that are relative to the membership plugin or e-commerce plugin, and that functionality associated with those hooks. Other than that, they're almost identical.
Great.
We have one more from Wendy, and Wendy, she's on chat, and I just want to address her real quick.
Sure.
Because we're talking about Stripe and membership and stuff like that. She says that she has installed WP Courseware with Stripe off course. And Wendy, I'm not quite familiar with Stripe off course or ideal. So maybe if you could, just maybe submit to our support channel. If you go to WP Courseware, flyplugins.com and go to our support, then you may be able to submit a ticket there. But I'd be happy to answer your question. I just don't quite understand it. So just let us know on that, okay?
Yeah, and just a heads up, if you go to our YouTube channel, I just created a couple videos actually setting up your shopping cart and configuring Stripe. So check out those videos. They might be helpful and might answer your question quicker than actually coming to our support and waiting for an answer. So check out those videos. But if you still have a question, please do submit it, and we would be more than happy to answer that.
Yeah.
Great. We had another question from Mark while we're on payment processing on all that good stuff. He is wondering what the payment options are for students. So I'm assuming we have three different types, right?
Right. So we have three different options. First option is a free course. So you can enable a course, offer it for free. You can use the enrollment button, and so a user can register and enroll into that course for free. Then you have two payment options. You have a one-time payment, and you also have a subscription payment. So the one-time payment obviously is just a one-time payment for a course, and they have lifetime access to the course. And then you have the subscription courses, which you have to pick an interval of how often they will be billed for that course. And then they are billed for that course and have access to the course until they actually actively cancel the subscription. Upon canceling the subscription, they will have access to the course until the actual subscription expires. So, yeah, that's kind of how the three options work.
Great.
And Ken on chat just asked if we're planning to integrate with PayPal Pro, because right now we have integration with PayPal, Stripe only. And the answer to that, Ken, is yes, eventually. It's on our list to add additional payment gateways like PayPal Pro or Authorize.net. We just don't have a timeline for when that would be released. And they'd probably be released as add-ons, more likely.
Yeah, and the other thing that we are kind of holding back for this reason is we're trying to find out what our users are commonly using so that we can build the add-ons for those payment gateways based on the need that's out there. So the only feedback I've had so far, somebody wanted integration with Square. And so this is the first one I've heard of PayPal Pro. So, but yeah, no, thank you for the recommendation. We'll definitely add this to our list and definitely consider it.
Yeah, because I mean, the common gateways out there are PayPal, Stripe, Authorize.net, PayPal Pro. And so we just tackled the core, the main ones that most people use initially, but in the future, yes, we do plan on adding those additional ones. So.
Right.
Great. Yes, and there was another vote in our email submissions for that, for PayPal Pro.
For PayPal Pro.
Yeah,
cool.
So that addresses one of the questions that we had come in earlier.
Great.
Great. Let's see. I have a question from Ronald, and he was asking how to structure a course successfully. And I know that e-learning design there are people that have made entire careers in instructional design. There is definitely a science and a little bit of an art to it, and it does depend on what you're teaching, your teaching style, and quite a few other factors. But I was just going to pop a couple of links. We have our course creation blueprint blog posts on our blog, which might be helpful, including a pretty extensive article on course outlines. So I was just going to pop those in the chat. Get those in there.
Nice.
Okay.
Excellent.
Great. All right. We're moving along. Okay. Manfred asks, I'm not quite sure I understand this. The first part of his question is there a way to generate breadcrumbs for courses?
So, the quick answer to that is yes. You can do it. It just requires custom code. Yeah, we don't have any templates for course units. So yeah, breadcrumbs it's just going to be custom code. Maybe at some point we will actually create a template for the actual course unit that can be justified or customized. I'll get it out. Customized. But at this point, we don't have a template for that. We have templates for other things right now, like our courses page and email notifications. But that one we don't have just yet, but it's coming.
Right. And you can always use the let's see, the widget, right? The course outline widget for navigation within units. I'm assuming he kind of wants you to be able to see where you are within the course.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can use the widget on the sidebar. If you don't have a sidebar, then what I would just recommend is either create your student account page, which is kind of the dashboard page, which gives all the information, including all the courses that they are enrolled to, or just create a My Courses page and use the course progress shortcode, which will display all courses that a particular student is enrolled into. And so it would just be one click away on the menu so that they could see all of their courses they're enrolled into, and they can jump in and out of courses that way.
Great. He was also asking, he'd like to offer the first 3 units for free and the rest with payment. So I guess that would need to be a free mini course, right?
Yes, they would have to be 2 separate courses. One would be a free mini course, and then another paid course, which would include those 3 units.
Right. We could extend that eventually. I think maybe open some of those up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice feature request.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Cheryl would like to create a WP Courseware demo to train users. I guess that could be a free course also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm sorry. Amanda, I think, had another question from earlier this week about sending emails to course registrants, which should happen now, right?
Yes and no. It does happen if payment transaction occurs. Otherwise, if it's a free course, they're going to get the native WordPress registration email at this point. So the other way that you can send students emails, though, once they are registered and enrolled, you can go right to the students page and click into a student profile. You can send them an email directly from there, or you can click over to your course listing page, hover over one of the courses and click on Classroom. And then once you're in the classroom, you can actually email your entire classroom, or you can email individual students right from that page.
Very useful feature.
Yeah.
Very handy. Yes.
Wonder who coded that one.
I don't know.
Somebody really smart.
Pretty sure that was Ben's.
Great. Okay. So we've got that one. Let's see. We've got another. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Amanda on chat just asked a question. Could I request that as a fix for a future update for bulk enrolling, so it's a one-step process?
Oh, that's a good idea too. Yeah.
So currently, right now, you can bulk enroll students to a course. So if you go to the courses index page and you click bulk, I believe it says bulk enroll, right?
Yeah, so you can bulk enroll currently your entire user base into a
But maybe an option to also fire off an email when you do that.
Yeah.
Maybe what we could do is in the email notifications, Corey, we can add a new email in there.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would be too difficult to do, but I think we can do it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great feature request, Amanda. And sorry, I misunderstood your question initially, but yeah, that's something that we could add probably.
Yep. We had a question from Wendy asking if we're in WordCamp Europe. No, we're not in WordCamp Europe. Unfortunately, I would love to be there, but we are not there. But if anybody is in Europe watching right now, hello.
Yeah. Eventually we'll get there. Maybe 1 year, right?
Yeah. Well, we were at WordCamp US back in, what was it, November?
Yeah,
December.
Yeah, December. That was a blast.
It was.
Yeah, Europe would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Well, along those same lines, I had a question from Charla asking about another registration related question about adding recaptcha to the registration process.
So, oh, recaptcha. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't hear correctly. Okay. That's definitely an option to kind of secure that registration process. Corey, do you know if somebody uses like a recaptcha plugin, does that automatically appear on our registration form?
It doesn't. You'd have to use a hook to get it there, which we do have a hook there.
Oh.
But I'd have to look into like how it would work. I'm pretty sure the re-captcha just prevents it from submitting, or it doesn't validate it correctly. So there are definitely hooks in there that you can add something like re-captcha. So somebody that's looking to build an add-on or something like that, definitely could. So
maybe we could just reach out to some of the other plugins, recaptcha plugin authors, and see if they can just get us in there built in natively, just to run a hook.
Yeah, it's probably pretty simple.
Okay.
And so I just need to look into it, but the hooks and filters to be able to do it are definitely there.
Okay. Great. So we can check on that.
So we had a question come in. This was just in the Q&A from Kat. She asks, is it possible to list together a group of related courses with the same or different instructors that would display as the course directory? So currently, no, there's not a way, but I have a sneaky feeling that in our next update, we might have something that would be useful. I'm not sure if it would be that exact functionality, but it would be pretty close.
I think it would work for that.
It might. So without revealing too much, I think we might have a solution for you in our next update. So just keep your eyes peeled for that.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. A couple more here from Charla. Regarding the payments, how to print a receipt. I'm assuming that's for course registrations.
Right. Corey, I'm trying to think, is there a way to pull up an invoice? You can resend the invoice, can't you?
You can resend it, yeah.
Yeah, you can resend the invoice. I don't think you can pull it up and print it though, but you can resend it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can resend it to an email. Eventually, that's probably a good idea to have something like that. What you could do as well is the student could go into their account area, go to orders, click view order, and it's technically like an invoice, and you could print that if you wanted to, just to have a record. But currently there's no like PDF invoice or anything like that. So
yeah,
we can probably get to that, but yeah, you could just save that as a PDF instead of printing it, right?
Right.
Easy enough. Okay. Let's see. One more from Charla. This is interesting that she brings this up. She needs to be able to assign a status to courses of visible or draft test mode.
Yeah, so could likely be on the next update. It's a good suggestion.
What?
I'm giving you more work, Corey. I'm assigning it right now.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so we've had this, that kind of feature request a lot is doing more with the course. So putting in different statuses and having maybe a course single, and without giving a lot away, who knows, that may be in the next update. Who knows?
Right. We've realized that it's not entirely straightforward or intuitive to, when someone creates a course, a lot of people do expect it to be somewhere and not have to do the shortcode thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we are working on that.
Great. Well, that's all I had from our email submissions from the last 4 weeks.
Cool.
Okay.
Anything else we need to cover, guys?
I don't think so.
Let me just
See,
quickly check. Let me just quickly check all our.
We just got a question on chat from Ken. He asked, "There's not a short code that only lists the course title and description. I would like to see that."
Actually, the courses page does that. But it does add an enrollment button too. Right, Corey? Doesn't that title and description? Pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure it does. Just confirming because I have a lot in my head here.
So Ken asked another question.
Yes, it does.
Where you're looking. What's that?
It does. Yes, course title and description.
Yeah. So he asked, can an admin pay for a class and register someone else as a student? Well, technically speaking, you can make it happen. It would be a manual process, but it's not going to be like you can specify a student on checkout. So you would pay for the course, and then you would have to manually enroll that student.
Yeah.
So it'd be a manual process.
One thing we have talked about is adding, now that we have the shopping cart payment gateway functionalities, adding the ability to purchase sort of a block of seats where you might buy 25 seats, right? And then somebody could send you an email list of 25 people and you just register them, which I guess technically you could do now with bulk import.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and Ken said and brought up a good point. He said that the courses page lists all courses, which it currently does, and that could be a problem if you don't want to display all courses. So we're going to try and release some features that'll allow you to specify how many courses or what courses, and give you some basically functionality that will aid in that courses page, I guess, is my point. But technically you could do it now, but it would take a little bit of code and some custom functionality.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think that's about it. I don't see any other questions in any of our channels here.
Great.
Guys, good?
Good.
I think so. Yeah, we're trying to keep these webinars, not necessarily long, but enough time to where we can answer questions and stuff. So I think we've covered quite a bit, though.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll post a replay of this on YouTube as well. So that'll be up either later today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it was Charlotte. I was like, those questions sound awfully familiar. And I apologize, Charlotte. I missed one that you had to bring back up. Great, but I think we got through them. So
that's funny.
Too funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining our Office Hours Live here on YouTube. Join us for Office Hours next month, June 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern. And if you have any questions about today's webinar or just any question at all, feel free to post a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer that. You can also reach us on our website, flyplugins.com, and submit your question there. If you are a current customer, go ahead and log into the member portal and submit a support request, and those questions get answered before anything else. So you guys have priority. Also, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you for next month's Office Hours. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.